Hello and welcome class of 2020. My name is Amy Jordan and I serve as chairperson of the Alumni Strategy Team for Alpha Phi International Fraternity. I joined Alpha Phi in 1986 at the University of Missouri, the Omicron chapter. For 10 years, I designed women's footwear for Brown Shoe Company in St. Louis, Missouri, and remained an active alumni serving in many volunteer roles, including recruitment teams, extension teams, vice president of the Alpha Phi Foundation Board of Directors, and vice president of the Alpha Phi International Executive Board. Today, I'm not only applauding your achievements, but those of my own children who are graduating from high school and middle school. I have twin daughters who will be attending the University of Missouri next year, and another daughter who will be headed off to high school. I am so excited to celebrate alongside all of you in this incredibly special and unique way. You now join the ranks of over 200,000 proud Alpha Phi alumni. Together, we are celebrating your accomplishments of the past 4 years and look forward to what your future holds. You are all about to set off in different directions: new careers, new cities, new paths, and new lives. But no matter what is next for you, Alpha Phi is always with you and here for you. As an alumna, you are welcomed into a new kind of chapter, a network of sisters in all stages of life, stretching across the country and the world. I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker, Amy Akuto, Beta Pi USC. Amy is an actress currently starring in Netflix Atypical.
Hi everyone. I'm Amy Akuto. I'm guessing a lot of you probably don't know a lot about me, but I was an Alpha Phi at USC many years ago, graduated 2011, and now I'm an actress, and I've been popping up in various TV shows such as How to Get Away with Murder, The Good Place, and like Amy just said, Netflix is Atypical, to name some recent ones. I'm so honored that Alpha Phi asked me to talk to you guys today, so thank you for having me. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you, class of 2020. I'm sure most of you probably had a lot of fun the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, but I also know how hard college can be. It is really hard to give a crap about waking up early on a Friday morning class that you regret scheduling, schlepping yourself out of bed and biking to class without getting run over, and God, those all-nighters cramming for finals. You may not know it yet, but in a few years, you'll wonder how you stayed up past midnight and a 9 p.m. bedtime starts to sound very sensible. So really, without you even realizing it, you've accomplished something that I cannot imagine doing now. And I would also like to pretend this whole Zoom thing is totally normal, that nothing bad is happening in the world, and we're all just here virtually to celebrate graduation because that's what we've always been doing. But obviously that's not the case. I'm so sorry that you guys didn't get the send-off that you deserve. And I hope you know that feeling disappointed is totally warranted, okay? So don't feel like you're being ungrateful if you're bummed. All your feelings are valid. But with that said, I do hope that, I don't know, 5, 10 years from now, we can all look back on this and laugh about it, even find some fun memories, like how you guys got to be in a Zoom meeting with a barely known TV actress because things were that crazy out there. So looking back, college was a little bit of a weird time for me. When I started at USC, I was already acting. I was 3 years into a successful web series called The Guild, which all of you are way too young to know about, but it was one of the first successful online streaming shows. But at the time, acting was a secret passion of mine. I didn't want anybody to know that I was acting and that that's what I wanted to pursue full time after college. I think there's a part of me that didn't want people to know because everyone knows how hard it is to make it as an actor. It's kind of just like throwing yourself off a cliff knowing there's nothing but like sharp, deadly rocks to like slice your soul in a million pieces. I was also afraid of failing, of course, but I thought that if nobody knew that I wanted to be an actor, then nobody would know when I failed. No one could look at my Instagram page 10 years later and be like, oh, poor Amy. All she ever did was a Vagisil commercial. So naturally, because of this secret life that I had, throughout college, there were a lot of awkward encounters that went like, hey, Amy, why are you not going to this invite? And me being like, oh, I just have a family thing. When in reality, I was filming. Like you guys, I missed most of my senior week activities, not because of a crazy pandemic, but because I was filming and traveling a lot promoting the show. But my peers didn't know. They just thought, I don't know. I guess I don't know what they thought because I was trying to avoid those types of conversations. I was just hiding from it all because I was so scared. I was scared of failure, rejection, not fitting in, all of it. The pursuit of it and believing in myself that I could do it, owning up to it, they were all things that I felt like I wasn't cut out to do. I almost just threw it all away because I felt paralyzed by my own inability to take that leap. But the best thing happened to me, a thing that probably changed my life towards the end of my senior year. I was out with my big sis and I got recognized, which was so weird. A fan of the guild came up to me and told me he loved the show and wanted to take a photo with me. And obviously after he left, my big was like, what the heck just happened? I was so embarrassed, sweating profusely, panicking because my cover was blown, basically. I had to tell her the truth, and all I could think of was, oh my gosh, she's gonna judge me, she's gonna think I'm crazy, delusional even, to think that I could make it as an actor. But the opposite happened. She was truly excited for me. She wanted to know everything about it, and she watched every episode by the very next day. And I guess I should have seen this coming, but she did exactly what I told her not to do, which was tell other people. Of course she did. She told a couple of our close friends who were also Alpha Phis, which was mortifying for me, but they too were very excited for me. Instead of doubting my abilities to succeed like I thought they would, they made me feel like I was already succeeding. It was a perspective that I couldn't have on my own. And these girls probably don't even know how much all of this affected me, but their acceptance, their encouragement, and their strong desire to see me succeed changed everything for me. I realized that people knowing my far-fetched dream wasn't all that bad. It actually felt really good. It gave me the confidence that I needed to jump into the crazy world of the entertainment industry. I realized that there were going to be people besides my mom and my sister to catch me if I fall, not just a bunch of sharp rocks. So now here I am, a bunch of years later, making a living doing what I love. And there were many, many years where I thought I wouldn't ever be able to book even a Vagisil commercial. But my closest friends from Alpha Phi, along with my family, are what carried me through those hard times and continues to do that to this day. Honestly, without them, who knows if I'll even be acting, if I would be acting right now. And I wanted to tell you this story because it's my hope that if you do have a passion, something you desperately want to pursue, even if it sounds uncool or weird or different, I want you to feel confident that you can shout it from the top of your lungs. And if you don't know what the hell you're going to do, shout that out too, because that's totally something. If you have the same insecurities that I did, also know that you have a place to turn to. You just spent years with a group of smart, beautiful, like-minded women who want to see you thrive. And going out into the real world with that kind of tribe it's a gift. Treasure it and use it wisely and show up for each other when one of you needs help. My closest Alpha Phi sisters gave me exactly what I needed without me even having to ask. So just imagine what they can do for you if you do. You guys are gonna totally rock it. So congrats, class of 2020, my sisters. You are, wow, going out into a world with pieces flying up in the air and no one could really tell you where they'll fall. But I am here to be your cheerleader, your reminder that you have everything you need in order to take it on, heads on, hand in hand. Congrats on AOE.
Thank you, Amy. I am honored to introduce Amelia Apgar, a graduating senior from Harvard Iota Tau chapter. Amelia joined members of Iota Tau to fight for a seat at the table on Harvard's campus. Welcome, Amelia.
Hi, everyone, and thank you, Amy, for the introduction and for the opportunity to speak to everyone here today. And of course, thank you to all the Alpha Phi advisors, volunteers, and leaders who have not only made this graduation ceremony possible in these most extraordinary times, but for the community and sisterhood that you've fostered and made so memorable for all of us collegiate women these past 4 years. Alpha Phi has meant so much to my undergraduate experience, and I'm sure that everyone here today can say the same. As a first-generation college student, I had no idea what to expect my freshman fall. The 4 years that we spend at our colleges and universities are exciting, yet challenging in ways that we'd never anticipate. They provide us with some of the most transformative experiences of our young adult lives, yet they're demanding in more ways than we can count. On top of all of the endless ups and downs, being a woman on a college campus comes with its own difficulties, but its own adventures as well. I'm certain that we can all agree Alpha Phi has impacted our college careers in so many constructive ways. We have instilled the values of sisterhood, scholarship, and service, and all of the unforgettable memories we've made over our 4 most formative years, from our big little traditions, to our philanthropy events across campus, to the formals we've held, to all of the memorable nights we've shared together as a group of like-minded women united in our pursuit of high ideals. In my time at Harvard, I have been so lucky to have experienced the immense amount of support and commitment exemplary of Alpha Phi. I had been told by the college's administration time and time again that this empowerment, this community of strong women, was no longer necessary in this 21st century, that our organization no longer belongs on college campuses, that there is no longer any need to encourage the success of the women around us. I find that to be simply untrue and unacceptable, no matter how you look at it. Women on our college campuses and in the world today still face many of the challenges that were endured by the very original 10 founders of Alpha Phi back in 1872. I, along with the women of Iota Tau, fought long and hard to dispute the notion that women no longer deserved a seat at the table on Harvard's campus. And today we are still here, and we are not going anywhere anytime soon. As we graduate during these unpredictable and unprecedented times, I could not be more grateful to graduate as a woman of Alpha Phi. Alpha Phi was founded to provide lifelong empowerment, hand in hand, to a community of women so that we could achieve the success that paralleled the men around us. Over our almost 150 years of existence, we have shown exceptional degrees of courage, bravery, and resilience, even during the most trying of times. The circumstances we now face, no matter how disastrous they may be, are no match for the fortitude we possess. I look forward to joining the vast Alpha Phi alumni community wherever I end up next. While many of our plans remain uncertain, as mine most definitely are, I know one thing is for sure. There are so many incredible women of Alpha Phi who are excellent mentors, friends, and sisters of all ages and experiences who possess the wisdom and guidance that we are so lucky to have, especially now as we enter an unusually precarious world. I am so proud to be graduating alongside this unique class of women this year, and I know that together we will continue to achieve whatever we put our minds to. Thank you.
Thank you, Amelia, and congratulations to you.
Thank
Now
you.
I'm pleased to introduce my friend, Sarah Shetler, Oklahoma City Delta Chapter. Sarah volunteers for Alpha Phi while balancing a career and family life. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Amy. Thank you guys for having me. First and foremost, I just want to congratulate each of you on such a special accomplishment, graduating from your university or college, and most of all, on becoming an alumni of Alpha Phi. While the moments leading up to this year normal, it was the perseverance and spirit of you all, our seniors, that I found truly inspiring. And as you virtually say so long to your college days, I hope you find joy in knowing that this is only the beginning. Don't get me wrong, I will forever treasure my time in my collegiate years, serving as chapter president, the personal growth and development that I found, the fun going to date parties, the memories of staying up all night to finish the homecoming float, and the moments truly just sitting amongst sisters in the chapter house, laughing until we cried. Yet it was the culmination of my collegiate experience in Alpha Phi that led me to a time in my life when I was most greatly impacted by my membership in this organization. After graduating, I was able to travel for 2 years as an educational leadership consultant for the fraternity, and then landed back in Oklahoma, where I began my career as a news reporter. Alpha Phi has always found a natural way to fit into my life wherever I was. And that's what makes the alumni experience so truly special. Today, I serve as the public information officer for an Oklahoma Police Department. And for the last 10 weeks, I have led our department's efforts on the front lines of COVID-19, providing public information and outreach. Just as your lives so greatly changed in March, so did mine. Working along so many others on the front lines of this pandemic, I have done a lot of reflecting. And it's daily that I see how my Alpha Phi experience, both collegiate and alumni, shaped me and led me to where I am today. As an alumni, I have discovered my greatest friends and mentors. It's in Alpha Phi that I believe that I have truly developed who I am as a person and has led me on a path to my professional career. Alpha Phi helps me daily in my personal and professional journey. In addition to my real job, as I like to say, I also volunteer with Phi chapter at the University of Oklahoma and am mom to the sweetest 9-month-old named Lincoln. I tell you all this because Alpha Phi continues to positively impact and fit in my daily life, whether that's as a public information officer, a mother, a volunteer. I am energized by the work that I get to do with the best and brightest collegians, working together hand in hand to change and shape our fraternity. It's been the most inspiring journey. Today, you begin your Alpha Phi alumni journey, whether that includes giving back as a volunteer at a chapter, joining a local alumni chapter, or simply just sharing your Alpha Phi experience with everyone around you. You're having an impact on our organization beyond those 4 years. Just know there's always a place for Alpha Phi in your life. It will change and evolve. That place will definitely change and evolve as your life changes and shapes. But I hope that you will take advantage of the opportunity of lifetime membership. I encourage you to stay involved in Alpha Phi. Again, congratulations and welcome to the best journey in alumni membership.
Thank you, Sarah. We're going to kick off some question and answers right now. And the first up is a question for myself and Sarah. And Sarah, I'll let you get started on this. How did you get started in volunteering for Alpha Phi?
So after coming off of the road of traveling as an educational leadership consultant, I came back in Oklahoma and I actually didn't volunteer for the first year or so, but then started to inquire about the chapter that was near where I was living in Norman here. So I moved to the Oklahoma City Metro and reached out and asked if there was any need for support there. I think that that's what's so beautiful about the alumni journey is it kind of meets you wherever you are. So if you're looking to mentor a collegian or serve as in a volunteer role, there's always those opportunities available for you to kind of get involved and give what your life allows for you at that time.
And for me, I moved back home from Columbia, where University of Missouri is, to St. Louis. And I immediately joined an alumni chapter. And being a young alum, they were very interested in getting information from us about how to keep women involved in Alpha Phi. So for me, it was a nice transition because I had been at that time Rush Chair for Alpha Phi, now recruitment, Vice President for recruitment. And so I was looking for a way to keep meeting people and asking people to be a part. So for me, it was an easy transition to join an alum chapter and then start bringing people into Alpha Phi that way. And younger alums are always, they bring such a dynamic to the alumni world that we're so grateful for, and it re-energizes us so much because you're used to being a collegiate, you're used to doing lots of fun things, and sometimes us older alums, we get kind of stuck in our ways. So having younger alums around to inspire us to try new things and to learn new things from you was really important and continues to be important. Amy O, a question for you. How did you get started in acting? Oh, we gotta take her off mute.
Hi. It's kind of the typical growing up in Los Angeles story of my dance teacher had a friend who was a manager when I was in high school, and her friend manager wanted to work with me. So first I started auditioning for like dance stuff, and then it kind of transitioned over to acting, and the acting stuck and the dancing didn't. So yeah, that's kind of how I got into it.
Sounds great. And a question for Amelia. How about what inspired you to stand up to Harvard?
Yeah, so when I joined Alpha Phi, I was immediately welcomed into such a supportive community of like-minded and empowered women. And during my sophomore year, Harvard had begun implementing its strict sanctions against all single-gender student organizations, including women's organizations. So I watched as every single women's group at Harvard collapsed, including my Alpha Phi chapter, while all 8 men's organizations remained completely untouched and unaffected. And so I, along with the previous chapter president, Michelle, we got together and we just realized we could not sit there and let all of this happen around us. It just was not fair. You could really feel the atmosphere on campus changing when there were just no women's groups at all. And that's what inspired us to reach out back to internationals. And we reaffiliated our chapter because we could not keep going as undergraduate women, having all of our spaces taken away from us.
Fantastic. Are there any other questions that people, let me see. Here's a question from Melissa. Thanks, Melissa. A question for anyone who could answer. I'm super interested in being a department advisor. How would I get started? Yay, you're a Canadian Alpha Phi. Hello, welcome. The best way to get involved in the advisory part is to talk to your chapter advisor or any of the other team members of the quadrants. If you've been to any of the leadership conferences, you can touch base with those women, or you can get on the Alpha Phi website and find out how to get in touch with somebody about becoming an advisor. Oh, there's more questions. This is so fun. An anonymous attendee. Why are you proud to be an Alpha Phi? Who wants to take that?
I can start off. I think I'm proud about being an Alpha Phi because of how it's shaped my life and continued to always have relevance and be something that I'm proud to be a part of. From joining as a very young 18-year-old to now having a part of my professional career, Alpha Phi has always been something I've looked to for how it has shaped and helped me grow and be the person that I am today. And I think about how impacted I am by other Alpha Phis, and that's truly the strength of the organization, is the ability to work alongside so many other women that you admire in the pursuit of this goals and our values. Is just such a special experience.
Amy or Amelia, do you want to answer?
Yeah, I mean, of course, like I talked about earlier, it just gave me such a community. And I know that every single year it's doing that to, hundreds and thousands more girls. And I think just being part of that kind of legacy of strong women, especially now in this era, is like, it's so important. And yeah, I think that's why I'm proud of it. It's just really the community that it provides for all of us, and to be a part of it feels really special.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. For me, it was so incredible to have such a welcoming community on campus. Like I said, I was a first-generation college student, and I had no idea what was going on my freshman year. And so having my big in my on my chapter, Christina, was so helpful in just explaining what office hours were and what classes I should take. And having such a tight-knit community of women who are so committed to lifting each other up is what I'm most proud of.
And for me, being the oldest panelist on here, what makes me so proud about being an Alpha Phi is all the women who have come before me and continue to come after me, and just the impact that we all make in each other's lives. I worked with Sarah when she was a consultant, and even though she's in Oklahoma and I'm in Missouri, it's like when I see her on things like this, we haven't lost any time together. My closest friends in Alpha Phi don't even live near me. And whenever we're together, it's like no time has passed at all. So I think what makes me so proud is the friendships that you really gain through the years and continue to gain. I meet new Alpha Phis all the time. And you know, when we talk about a lifetime, it really is. It really, really is. Another question that comes to us, can the Alpha Phi network help me with being an Alpha Phi volunteer, or is it more for business and social networking? The Alpha Phi network is brand new to Alpha Phi, and this is something that was just launched about a month ago, or maybe a couple weeks ago. And it is definitely for business and social networking. But by social networking, you can also gain knowledge about volunteer opportunities within the organization. We also have launched our new website as well, and you can gain more information about volunteering there too. Has it been easy to make friends post-grad that were Alpha Phis at other campuses? I'll let a younger person answer that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's kind of just like an instant bond that you have. Instantly, you have something to talk about. You have something in common. And I kind of found that with Greek life in general, whether it's a fraternity or a sorority, or, even if it's a different sorority that's not Alpha Phi, but I think just the Greek system in general really, gives you like a common ground when you're meeting other people. And of course, that bond is so much stronger when, you guys are both Alpha Phis. So it's been really nice. I'm not a great conversation starter, so it's like a gift when I meet somebody and she was also an Alpha Phi and we instantly have things to talk about. So yeah.
Any other questions? Those were all great questions. Okay. Well, in closing, I would like to personally thank our presenters tonight. Sarah, you inspire us with your ability to juggle family, career, and alumni volunteer work. Amelia, thank you for sharing your collegiate experience with us, and good luck in your upcoming adventures. And Amy, thank you for sharing your wisdom with our 2020 seniors. Seniors, we invite you to stay connected with Alpha Phi, and we offer opportunities both online and in person to remain engaged with our invested in our sisterhood. Update your contact information through Alpha Phi's new website and connect with Alpha Phi members through the Alpha Phi Network, our new online community to help build and foster relationships across our sisterhood. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the alumni ranks of Alpha Phi. Wherever you go, wherever you find Alpha Phi, you will have a friend. This is a special bond of Alpha Phi that you will carry with you throughout your life. We wish you luck and look forward to hearing about your future successes. Good night, everyone.